Hey Juicers, welcome back to Harley Throttle Juice. This afternoon we're heading out to Wollombi for a little bit of a spin. Other reason for this ride, I guess, is to do a bit of a yearly review on this bike here, this Street Glide CVO Special, or better known as Stevie. So I've had this bike for almost a year now, and previous to that I was on a Road King Special, and then previous to that I had a Lowrider S, but that was the 2016 model with the 110 motor and the Dyna frame. So as I said, I've had it for a year, and in that time I have put on the Reinhardt slip-ons. She already has a cam in her, and I've changed the bars. So the bars are more aligned to my shoulders now and my comfortability. So the bike is actually set up exactly the way I want it to be set up. Moving from, like I said, I had the Road King Special. Moving from a naked open bike to something with this fairing has made a massive difference in relation to the type of riding Roger and I do. The deflection of the wind has obviously assisted with rider fatigue over the long Ks. The telemetry up the top helps with riding as well. Sorry about that. Like I said, the features of this bike: I've got heated grips, I've got an amazing sound system, I've got the lowers to protect me in winter. They also house the extra speakers, that amazing sound system on this bike. The only negative I will say on this bike, and one thing I wish I could change, is actually the lowers. Yeah, they protect in winter, but summertime, this bike gets so hot with those lowers there, and I'm quite long-limbed, so my legs, even with this riding position, I find it a bit difficult, and I need to stretch out. And with the lowers, you obviously can't. The gel seat, amazing on long distance, I have to say. The bags, massive tick for me. The fact that I can literally take my sunglasses off, chuck my wallet in there, and use a central locking and walk away from the bike is a massive plus for me as well. The motor, the 117 motor, God, what can I say? As Chewy said when he rode this bike not long ago, the torque in this bike is just out of control. I will be cruising quite comfortably on the freeway or on open roads, and kick it down a gear to round a car up, and she'll just kick into a next level of acceleration, and it just glides. There's a reason why they're called glides. So in relation to motor-wise, the 117 I think is adequate enough. You can only ride to the speed limit, so in that regard, I don't see the need for any extra power. I think the 117 covers this bike quite nicely. Like I said, sound system, 9 speakers. I have this thing pumping all the time. I'm sure you've seen me dancing in some of HTJ's videos, so my playlist is set, and when I'm on open roads I will pump my music, so that's a massive plus for me. The LED lights, the running lights at the back of the bike, absolutely love that look. I think it's hot. We were tossing up about changing the suspension on this, putting some Ohlins on with the external springs, but I just think that would ruin the classiness of the CVO, so that's a no for me. Suspension wise, standard on this bike. I know a lot of people bitch and moan about Harley suspension. The CVO suspension, however, I think is adequate. I have done quite a few dodgy roads. Hang on, what are we doing here? Seriously, come on, dude. Quite dodgy roads, and I find it quite comfortable. So I actually don't mind the CVO suspension. Obviously, I haven't ridden anything with the Wilburs. I know Mr. Lion has offered to let me ride his Road King with the Wilbur suspension. So for me, suspension isn't a hugie on this bike. I think it's comfortable enough. Again, the colour coding on the dash with the telemetry, absolutely stunning feature. The braided lines, brake lines on the bike, perfect. The heated grips, I use my heated grips all the time. Summertime, early morning rides, I'll still have them on because I'm a snake. I'm a cold-blooded creature that needs warmth, so that is a massive bonus for me too. We have talked about putting on a higher screen on my bike, but I still like the wind in my face, and I know that probably sounds stupid with the fairing, but it's a comfortable feel with the wind, I think, if that makes sense. It's a huge tick for me. I'm very blessed and very lucky to be able to be riding a CVO, and we do joke a lot about me being on this bike, but I'm just a down-to-earth bogany type girl on a posh bike, to be honest, and I really do appreciate having this bike and being able to be in a position to pay it off. So for me, I will be sticking with this bike now. This will be my bike for a very long time, and we'll see what happens in the future in relation to different mods that I have for this bike coming up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't bore you too much, and I hope I didn't ramble too much. Peace out, and as per usual, thanks again for your support. We love you lots, and take care. Harley Throttle Juice, over and out.